Hello everybody, I'm Semi15 the Dragon Tamer here, and today I just got back, well, late last night. I'm actually about 12 hours from recording this. It's currently 3:15, and I got back around 1:30, so actually about, more like 10 hours, but got back 1:30, so I didn't do a video. There's no point in me doing a video that late, and I just went to bed. For the most part, this whole entire day I was just relaxing, and don't worry, later on today I'll do a video for my regular video, but for today, for right now, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my vacation. Actually, I'm just gonna ramble on until I see fit. I'm gonna talk about what I did over this past week while I did what was gone, and the only thing that you'll be seeing is this picture and hearing my rumbling, rambling voice, and just me going off on a tangent about my vacation, how I felt about it. Went down to Florida, which is thus the reason for this picture was in the Tampa Bay area. It's a little, yeah, you can see where Tampa is if you flow closely enough. But I was in that area. It was actually half an hour away from where Tampa is, the Tampa Bay Airport. But I'm gonna talk about it. So if you're not into rumbling and rambling, or don't really care about vacation, or don't care what I did over this past week, then you can just go back to watching my regular stuff, which I'll be doing in a few hours from now. And also, don't worry, for those who watching my Twitch streams, my random Twitch streams, I will probably be doing sometime later on tonight. I'll probably run midnight. I'll be doing with Cody if he is free. So yeah, but right now we're gonna be just talking about my vacation. So without further ado, let's get in. Yeah, exactly a week from today. I right now I would, no, not a week from today. A week ago for today. Around 9 a.m., around 9:30, we left because I live in Chicago, Illinois. We left. We left around 9:30, and it was starting to blizzard a little bit. So we just we hopped in the car. And the night before, for those of you who don't know, I bought the newest Pokemon game, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and I played that like 4 to like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I was a little tired. I got 2 badges by the time I turned. I can't remember whether I got 1 or 2 badges. I think I got 2 badges by the time I turned off the game. But anyway, I turned off the game. I went to bed. I woke up at around 8:30 ish. Finished like 1, 2 or 3, a few things I needed to do to packing, and I played the game until everyone was ready, and the entire ride during day 1. We were driving, by the way, down to Florida. We're all the way down to Tampa Bay, and I live in Chicago, so you can imagine that's a long-ass drive. So Pokemon can keep me busy. Some people feel like, oh, you should buy other games because like you can beat the Pokemon game within 5 hours. Yeah, but you can also be in like 50 hours if you pace yourself, which is what my plan was. I'm not really too big of a, I don't like my whole entire goal when I play Pokemon games is to have fun. Like these younger kids, just I want to beat the game. I want to beat the game. That's just the whole entire freaking goal. And it irritates me. To me, I just play the game so I can have fun. I take my leisurely time playing it. I'll take as long as I freaking need to play it. I'm still haven't beat the game. I mean, I played a whole bunch for like almost a week. I think I have like 50 hours logged in, and I still haven't beaten it. You know, and I know I can beat the lesson because I beat the original game within like 10 hours. I think at one time I beat it within 6 hours. So I can beat it real quickly. I just decided against it. I just wanted to play very casual. I just wanted just to mosey about, just playing and collecting and go oogling and goggling and fanboying over every single new graphic and go ah. So also I wanted to let you guys know I will be doing some spoilers about the new game, so you should also leave that. So yeah. But anyway, back to the subject at hand, which is basically no subject to begin with. Yeah, we were in Illinois for like I think 2 or 3 hours. Then we went into Indiana. We went past Indianapolis, and that's when the time zone changed over and went an hour ahead. And an hour or two later, we stopped at a restaurant for a break. We had lunch. We had made our own sandwiches, which wasn't too bad. We had ciabatta buns and Swiss and ham, mayonnaise, but I don't like mayonnaise on my sandwich. I just like to choke it down dry. But we had a few sandwiches. Continued on the road. I just kept playing my game. It was awesome. I was just in the front seat, just playing my game, just jamming out to his music. But most of the time, I was jamming out to the new music, which for the most part, I do like some of the music. Some of the stuff I'm not too thrilled about. I really do like some of the new graphics. One of the things I do like with the Pokemon game thus far is the fact that some things they changed a little bit, other things not so much. Other things they just basically gave it new graphics. Other things it's a completely totally different city, like Malville. Malville is a completely totally different city. It feels like more more of a mall instead of a city. It's just a giant mall. That's really what Malville is at this point. And I have nothing against that. I really do like the changes they made. The one thing I don't like about the Malville is the gym leader Watson. He doesn't have a single Generation 3 Pokemon on his team. They're all Generation 1 actually. He doesn't have a Manectric on his team, which in the anime is what he's kind of known for. That did irk me slightly, but I just let it be. So I just kept playing my game the whole entire trip during day 1. We actually went past Indiana to, I forgot, I think it's Tennessee, I believe. I can't remember which state is above which. I think it's... No, it's definitely Tennessee. Or no, Kentucky. Kentucky is ahead of Tennessee. Derp, I forgot. I sometimes get those two mixed up. Or which order, where they are. Anyway, yeah, we stopped in Kentucky, and we had lunch, and that's when, like, as we headed into Kentucky, halfway through Kentucky, we could see some of the Appalachian Mountains, which was really beautiful. I'd never been to this part of the country before. I saw all the mountains in the distance. It was really gorgeous, especially when it was like sunsetting over the mountains. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. If you ever have a chance to go down south, especially the Appalachian Mountains, and just like even if just to pass through them, just do it. It's a really beautiful sight. I didn't look as much as I honestly should because, well, like I said before, most of my attention was on my game. So we were just, but it was just really nice. And we stopped in Tennessee. I forgot the name of the restaurant, but it was just like a local small town restaurant. And this is Kentucky, and in New York, you can hear some people with the southern accents, and oh, how y'all doing, man? Is there anything I can get you? And everyone's just so friendly. I love it down the south. The few times I've been down the south before, mostly in Florida, everyone's been so friendly. But like other parts of the country, the other places I've been to, just everyone just seems a lot more friendlier than in Chicago. Everyone seems like a giant asshole in Chicago. Like sarcasm's like everyone's bread and butter. Like if someone like fell down the street, everyone would just stop around and take pictures. And this part of the country, people will actually help you and give you free drinks to like just make sure you're alright and everything. Are you alright? Is there anything I can do? Everyone was offering. It was just so nice, everyone. Anyway, back to the restaurant. I think it was called Jerry's J-Boy or something like that. I think like Greenberg or Green something. And this was like halfway through Tennessee, I believe. No, Kentucky. Derp. I keep getting those two mixed up. But I had like a really nice I forgot what was it called. I think it was called the J-Boy or something. No, I think it was called like the Champ. I think it was called like the Champ or something like that. It was basically a sub, but on a pogie or rogi, whatever, like ogie, some kind of ogie bun. I forgot the name of it. I'm not really good with names. I'm really not. But it was just really, it was really good actually. The fries weren't the best. Granted, I like mine's really salty. They really had too much salt in it, but it was really good. They also had some sweet tea, which my sister, my mom had, and there's the three of us. My stepdad had to do some work here, so he couldn't get any days off. But the sweet tea was really, really good. I hear that sweet tea in the South is really nummy, and I can guarantee you, from what I've had, sweet tea in the South is pretty good. So we keep going, and we stop. We keep going. We pass through Kentucky. We pass through Tennessee. And then in Georgia, we just enter like the tip of Georgia, like barely. We were like not even like half an hour or an hour in Georgia. And Georgia's a really long state. That's what some people don't realize. Georgia's a really long state. It's deceivingly long of a state, you know. Like sure, Kentucky and Tennessee are long too. If you pass through it horizontally, which we didn't, you know. The only way you would actually pass through yet horizontally, so you already like live on the coast of like Kentucky or Tennessee, and you're going straight across to another part of the country, you know. But anyway, we're in Tennessee, and then we go into Georgia, and that's when and that's pretty much where we stop at a hotel for the night. I plug all my things to recharge because by that time, my 3DS died, and I had to play my backup, which my backup was my Nintendo DS. So I was glad I brought that along. I brought my Nintendo DS XL and played some Pokemon Conquest for a few hours until like played for an hour or two. And then I stopped at then we stopped at the hotel. It was a nicer hotel, but like we ended up paying more than what my mom wanted to. My mom wanted to get it to like a really cheap motel, but well, my mom was dead tired. She saw a hotel that she liked and just said, "Screw it, we're gonna stay here. I can't go any farther." So it was like I think it was like 11 o'clock. Like I think it was 11 o'clock our time, 12 o'clock Florida, Georgia time. So we just went to bed. The next day, we basically just packed up and we packed up. We also there was actually free. Part of the reason why we stayed at the hotel is there was free breakfast in the morning, so we just had some free breakfast, which was nice. And then we went on our way. We were on our way around, I believe 9:30 our time, 10:30 their time. We were running a little late. My mom did not sleep well at all last night, so that's part of the reason why. So we just kind of, then from there we started just continued driving all the way through Georgia. We had a few stops here and there. We had the same thing with last night. Just had a few stops there and there. And we went to Florida, and I think like we stopped. I don't know where we stopped. I think we stopped at Gainesville. Yeah, we stopped at Gainesville, and then we had some. We were on. You can actually see it. It's the. I can't make it out on this. Wait, hold on a sec. I'll try. We were on Route 75 for the longest time, and so yeah, that's the route we took to get all the way here in Florida to get into Florida. So we stopped at Gainesville. We got off of 75 and on to Gainesville, and then we had Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake was nice, you know. It's Steak and Shake. We like Steak and Shake. I had a steak burger. We all had steak. We had burgers. That was nice. So we just kept driving. I could play my game at that time. I can't remember how many batches I had at that time. But I know I had like 4, I think. No, I think I had 3 or 4, and I was continuing trying to catch more Pokemon. By the way, when I play Pokemon, I don't play Pokemon to complete the Pokedex. I never really did outside the first 2 times I played. I was just playing Pokemon for the heck of it. And any Pokemon I caught, I just pretty much kept in my party. At that point, I was actually spending a lot of my time in contest halls at that point, I think, with my, I can't remember if at that point she evolved or not, but my Kyra evolved into a Gardevoir, which is a Routes evolved to Kirlia into Gardevoir, yeah. I also, my starter Pokemon was a Sceptile. So, I chose Sceptile because it chose Sceptile, and that was my starter Pokemon back in the day, so that's why I chose Sceptile, and I just thought Sceptile just looks really cool. So that's why I like Sceptile. I chose Sceptile. I had a Gardevoir. What else? At that point, I think that's pretty much all I had. And that with a Swablu that I made named Little Tari. Well, that's not her full name. It's just Tari, but I just called her Little Tari because she was Swablu. Because she's just like, it's so adorable. I just want to hug you. Because like Swablu are just adorable in my opinion. Anyway, can't remember if she evolved, if my Pokemon evolved or not, but we had Steak and Shake. At that point, it was really raining down in Florida. It was like raining really hard. It actually started raining halfway through Georgia and Atlanta, actually. By the way, speaking of Atlanta is really beautiful. I mean, everyone just when you see on Atlanta, it just looks very it looks very different. Looks very it's kind of hard to explain what it looks like, but in real life, when you're going to Florida, you're going through 75, there's all these trees. Trees are just everywhere in freaking Atlanta. We didn't stop any places in Atlanta. We just drove right through it. But like when we saw, one side was like these big giant city buildings, and the other side was just all these stone old buildings, you know, which is really cool contrast. And all these trees are all over the place. And it was really, really cool. And one thing I will say about Georgia, though, is that like halfway through Kentucky and Tennessee, every 2 or 3 stops we could see a Waffle House in the distance. And the South likes the Waffle Houses I saw in Florida. Is like in Orlando alone, there's like 4 or 5. But as you got into Georgia, every single stop had a Waffle House. I kid you not. Every single time I see an exit, there would be a Waffle House, like except for like maybe 1 or 2. And that there would also be strip clubs or adult stores or whatever kind of something along those lines. And I made a joke. I was like, what? Do they go after the Waffle House? They just go right to the stripper clubs or something? Seriously, I hear that a lot of the demographic is as African Americans, but and as African Americans, and I know they like their waffles. Yeah, that's just from what I hear. And maybe apparently they like their strip clubs a lot too down there. I don't know, but maybe I don't know personally, but it's a lot of Waffle Houses and a lot of freaking strip clubs. We didn't stop at a Waffle House though, because we didn't really have any breakfast. We didn't stop for breakfast for any places, so yeah, that's fine. But we just kept going through Georgia and back into all the way down to Gainesville, and in Gainesville, of course, like I said, there was we stopped at Shake and Shake, and through the whole entire Georgia, Florida area, you could just see, and I mean, every other place was just accidents. We were all the way in the left lane, you're going 80 miles, like 75 miles an hour, in the rain. It's just pouring, and people just keep flashing the lights back on lines, and my mom finally just goes over to another lane, and you see 3 or 4 people just going 90 to 100 miles an hour in the rain, and then we see their license plates, and we realize, oh wait, they're Floridians, so they're used to this stupid weather. But it's not really safe because Florida's a very touristy area, touristy state, especially where we're passing through. You think like where we're going, you think like there would be people who be slowing down just to be considerate because of the fact that they should realize that Florida is a very touristy state. A lot of people like to tour Florida, and you would think that people would have the common sense to realize that, hey, not everyone's used to this weather. Some people from Texas, where they don't even know what the hell rain is for the most part. I actually saw someone from Arizona, and like, oh my God, that's a hike. I saw a lot of trucks from Ontario. I don't know why that is, but anyway, we just saw every other place we see an accident here or there, and a few people that were in Shake and Shake have said that they actually had an accident. That's why they're stopping there. It's like, oh wow, that's just horrible. I actually overheard the sweater asking, "Hello, everybody. How can I help you? How's your day?" And of course, like not so southern accent because it's like again, this is more touristy Florida, and you know, there's a bunch of transplants from other parts of the country and this part of the Florida, and it's actually weird. Part of Florida is not just like more like is a more like Midwest, has more of a Midwest feel, or like East Coast feel than like an actual South feel. You know, part of Florida is not actually technically the South. The other part of Florida is. Like the first part of Florida is, by all means, technically is more south, more southern. The southern half is not so much, because that's more like halfway through Florida, and south is more touristy Florida. Anyway, this way just goes, "How's your day?" And the guy responds, "Well, I just totaled my car, so." And the just goes, "Yeah, obviously you're not having a good day. I'm not even asking." They just kind of chug a little bit, but you should see this guy just looked. Yeah, this guy actually didn't look like more than a few years older than me. He looked like a college kid. You can just see him going, "Oh, what the hell do I do now?" Look, oh, that's gotta suck. So anyway, we have Steak and Shake. And then we continue driving down to Tampa Bay, and we're renting a condo. We're not having a hotel, we're renting a condo, which is like, we could actually walk to my grandparents' condo, which is what we're down in Florida for, to see my grandparents. And this is And this is on, of course, on Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, we get down to our condo around 9 o'clock, actually 9:30ish, just for the time for Ink Master. My family loves Ink Master for the second part of Ink Master, so we finally get down and get all past the rain. And actually, on our way to the condo, there's like, I don't know the exact name of the road, but it was like a one road, like one lane. It was like one lane on each side, and it's really beautiful with all the moss trees. It was really beautiful when we went going back and it was during the day. It was just really beautiful that's what really was beautiful about that. It was really pretty to look at. It was just nice during the day, but during the night it was pouring rain, and this person going in front of us is going 40 miles an hour, and the speed limit's like 60. And for those of you who don't know, yes, you should slow down during the rain, but there's such thing as being too safe, especially in areas like this where a lot of people are used to it, or some people are even going 70 miles an hour, and that's what some of the accidents happen. Some guy who's going 70 miles an hour just keeps going speeding and sees this guy going 40 miles an hour, slams on the brakes go out of control, and that's how accidents happen. At least that's how my mom explained it to me. I'm not really driving yet, and I'm not going to get into that though. So yeah, my mom just continues driving down to, we go to our condo, we watch Ink Master. The condo's on one bedroom, has a sofa bed, so we had to make another bed. My sister, I get the actual bed because I'm 6'3", weigh 220 pounds. A sofa bed's not gonna work for me, and I'm not gonna sleep on the floor. Neither my mom or my sister are short either. My mom's 5'9", I think. Yeah, she's 5'9", 5'10". My sister is 5'8", 5'9", so they're pretty tall for women as well. But my sister got the sofa bed. My mom just made a makeshift bed, So the next day we finally go to my grandparents' house, and on which is a Wednesday. We didn't go on Tuesday. We didn't spend the night out. Gonna even visit my grandparents on Tuesday, even though our condos are like a few minutes apart from one another. It's like not even like a 30-second drive between each condo. Like they're not the same condo. They're like there's like 3 or 4 condo buildings within the same cluster. So actually 3, and 2 of them are owned by one organization, one's owned by the other. But I'm not going to get into that either. We didn't go say hello to my parents because my mom was too tired to deal with them, because they're her parents, obviously. She's obviously not going to take me to my dad's parents because, well, my real dad and my mom are divorced. But that's another story for another day. So my mom just goes after Ink Master. She basically passes out, and we wake up. We diddle daddle, and we get over my grandparents' house around 11:30, and which is Wednesday. And on Wednesday, my mom and my sister, my grandma all start baking me. My grandfather just continue talking about stuff I've seen and all that nonsense, just talking about how things are. Just basically the ones I did was just spent talking and baking for the most part. I'm out there to get a little tipsy, but where's it Thursday? No, it was definitely Wednesday. So me and my mom go back to the condo. She sleeps on the sofa bed now, and I sleep on the bedroom. Some people say, "Oh, she should sleep on the sofa bed," but I'm not gonna sleep on the sofa bed. My feet fall off the sofa bed. My mom's the kind of mom that would rather that does not mind suffering for her children, even if she's a little tipsy. But whatever. And for those who don't know, it's like, did you drive your mom? My mom just drove back to the thing, but although I was pretty sure she did park really wonky, but that's fine. It's like I said, it's not even 30 seconds. She's very, very careful. I was making sure she did all the right things and yada yada yada. So don't worry about that. Don't give me tips to the thing. I'm 19 years old. We both had our seatbelts on, so don't worry. My sister, who's 16, was back at my grandparents' condo. She decided that they blew up a sofa bed up there. Not sofa bed, but camping bed of sorts, and so she slept on that in my grandpa's office. So she had her own room. She doesn't want to share a room with me or my mom because she's a horrible roommate. Actually, when we got hotels, me and my mom would get our own separate room. Not our own separate room. Me and my mom would share a room, and my sister would get her own separate room. We weren't rewarding her by giving her a room, which some people would say, "Yo, you're rewarding her." We were banishing her. Don't make two ways about it. We're banishing her. The one bad thing I had to say about my mom is like she likes it like really warm and I like it really cold, and that's one of the contrasts. And right when she goes to sleep, I'm still on my things, and when I'm about to go to sleep, she finally puts her stuff. She goes on her things because apparently she can't go to sleep after all. So that's the one annoying thing about that. Anyway, Thanksgiving Day, we get there around 12-ish. We continue doing stuff. I actually watched Survivor series on the WWE Network because my parents have Wi-Fi. My grandparents have Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi at the condo, even though we should. Weird things got messed up with that. Yeah, just so you guys know, this is really long. I didn't expect it to be this long, but I really don't care. I'll take this as long as I want to. My video, my channel. If you guys don't feel like watching, that's fine. I don't even think anyone's watching this at this point, but whatever. Anyway, back onto the topic at hand, which wasn't really a topic to begin with. We go on Thanksgiving Day, watch Survivor series, which I have on network. I didn't watch it on Sunday because it was busy Sunday. So yeah, let's see. What else was going to... So yeah, we have Thanksgiving dinner around 6 o'clock-ish. And that time I have a bunch of Pokemon. Still leveling them, still playing with them. Actually, I remember that day I was trying to catch a Barboach. Because I wanted a Barboach on my team. And I finally get a good rod after I get 4 badges, so no, after I get 5 badges, because the only way to get it is if you get a good rod. And you can only get a good rod after you get 5 badges and get able to surf to the place where you can get the good rod, which is right across the little surfing place. Anyway, I get the I try to I think like 2 hours I've been trying to get a Barboach. I was fishing on Route 114, I believe, right next to the Meteor Falls. I kept fishing for it. It's really hard to get a Barboach, and when I finally did, I got a female. I didn't want a female, I wanted a male. Because to me, a Barboach looks like a male. That's just me. So I try again in Meteor Falls to get a female again. Half an hour later, I get another female. And then again, like 15 minutes later, I get another female. And kid you not, I ran to 4 female Barboach before I finally ran to male and caught it. I was so happy. That was my 5th Pokemon at that point. I had a Swablu, which was still a Swablu. I had Gardevoir fully evolved. My Sceptile, I think at that point my Sceptile did. No, it didn't actually. I can't remember or not about that. So yeah, I didn't nickname the yeah, that's my 5th Pokemon. What was my other Pokemon? Oh yeah, Derp. My 3rd Pokemon was not a Swablu, it was Torkoal. So yeah, I had 5 Pokemon. That's my 5th Pokemon. I forgot to mention that, sorry. So I just keep going on playing the game. I catch all the Pokemon, catch those 5 Pokemon. I swim across, and then that's where I stop playing for the night. Until then, I had Thanksgiving. We didn't watch Survivor series, and then we went back to the condo where I got through that whole entire area, which is kind of annoying. Another thing that I like to do is I like to get a lot of berries. I like to enter contests and like plant the berries. I like to have like a lot of berries. I would kid you not at this point. So yeah, I just keep playing. Friday we wake up. I play my game a little bit, and one of the things I will mention about is that on Friday we were supposed to be doing something along the lines of we were supposed to like maybe get out into the condos and get something, do something as a family, but like, and we were thinking about doing like a rock museum or something like that. Which, you know, I don't mind doing something like that, the rock museum or anything like that. I'm not too partial against it, not too partial for it. So I'm not really too fond of it either way, but whatever. So that's fine. Oh, sorry, I got a little distracted there. So I keep playing. Yeah, Friday. What our plan was to get out of the condos, go to Rock Museum. My sister wasn't too thrilled of it, but at least she was getting out of the condo, which was kind of getting tired of. My sister's still sleeping over at my grandparents' house at that point. Um, we were supposed to get to the Rock Museum, but like we get there around 12:30ish, and after lunch around 1ish, my grandparents like, "Oh, it's too late now. We're not gonna go." And like my mom's like, "Really? Come on." I'm like, "No, it's too late. By the time we get there, it'll be like 2:30, and it closes at 4, and yada yada yada." And we're like, no. So we just kind of freaking go with it and just you spend the whole entire day there basically just doing nothing really until like around Friday until like around 6 o'clock-ish or so, like around 5:30 we get ready to go out to like a really nice, not a really nice restaurant, but a decent restaurant. You know, it's like really good food. It was a it was like not exactly a seafood place, but it was like, you know, they caught like a lot of fish there, so that was really nice. Really good fresh fish there. It was really delicious actually. I'm a huge fish fan, but like the fish there was like really good. My mom had a steak and uh, not steak and chips, but fish and chips, and that was really good. It was actually some of the best fish and chips I ever had in my life. Um, so yeah, that was nice. Yeah, and then let's see. We go back to the condo, just me and my mom again. And I wake up Saturday morning. At that point, can't remember what I did at that point, but I do know that I had all 6 of my Pokemon. I caught an Absol, and like that, one of my Pokemon like evenly level more or less. My strongest Pokemon, which is almost my starter Pokemon, I have it 2 levels stronger than the next 2 Pokemon, and then the next 2 Pokemon after that are 2 levels strong, not as strong as those 2 Pokemon. And my last Pokemon is either 1 level, is the weakest by 1 level, or is somewhere between the 2 pairs of Pokemon. And you know, like say my strongest is up to 45, and the other 2 are 43, which are the Swablu and the Gardevoir, which have fully evolved at that point. And then the Absol is 33, and then the Wishcash, which has evolved in around level 30, and Torkoal are level 32. That's just an example, but that's an example. That's not exactly how I have it. Actually, the Absol is 31, but whatever. You get the idea. So anyway, I have all my Pokemon, and we keep playing. So we didn't do much Friday. We wake up Saturday. We go to my grandparents Saturday night. Not Saturday, Saturday afternoon. We bake cookies. We have a few cookies, and we start going back. And like I said, the drive on with all the Spanish Mosh is really beautiful. So that was really gorgeous. And we drive back and Florida, go through the Florida, Georgia area. Forgot where we just kept driving for the most part until like we got to around the same places we did. We actually we go through Georgia and we're almost out of Georgia. We actually stopped not too far out of the away from the place. We actually don't stop too far, like maybe 2 hours away from Atlanta at best. And I think it's like an hour or two out of Florida. But anyway, we stopped there for the night, and a really cheapo motel. For each room was $40 each, and I watched some anime because it's Saturday night anime, and I have to watch it on Toonami. So I watched my anime, and my mom is sharing a room with me, and she fully falls asleep watching it. And she's asking all these questions about it because she does not understand. Because of course she doesn't understand what's going on because she didn't start from the beginning. If you don't start something from the beginning, you end up having to ask me many questions because that's just how it is. So that just went on there. Oh, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say. Cramp. So yeah, it was Saturday. We wake up Saturday and go through Atlanta. And she tells me in the morning that she had all these weird dreams about it. How, because we're watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is, by the way, back on Toonami, for those who do not know. So we watched it, and she just watched. We don't watch Attack on Titan because I don't want my mom to watch that. Because, well, Emma's not really too big a fan of shows like that. She doesn't like The Walking Dead. She doesn't like any of those kind of zombie-like shows. She's not a big fan of zombies in general, or the apocalypses and stuff like that. So we don't watch that. We watch like an Animal Planet show for half an hour until we go back to the anime blog. Anyway, we watch DBZ, then Kai before she finally goes to sleep, and I watch One Piece after that, and Gurren Lagann before I go to sleep as well. And then she wakes up the next morning. She says she doesn't. If we end up not making it to, we wake up yesterday around. We started going around leaving around 9:30. She tells me if we don't end up making it, which she didn't think we would at that time, then we're just gonna. Then she's not sharing a room with because she doesn't want to watch those shows again. Because she had really weird dreams about Naruto and Goku, or like, actually she had a dream about Naruto crossing the Snake Way. Because to her, like, I don't know, it just kind of blends together, which I don't really blame her too much, you know. Because on Shippuden on Toonami, we were watching the episode where Naruto and Sasuke, not Naruto and Sasuke, Naruto and Sakura, and Yamato are infiltrating Orochimaru's base, and Sai's in there. And that's the episode where we watch, and Orochimaru made an appearance. She does not like Orochimaru. She finds it really creepy. It's really creepy, which is kind of the point. And she says she doesn't want to watch it again. She says it's just really weird. Anyway, so we just continue. At that point, I have a bunch of badges. I have 6 badges, I think. I beat Wendoya. I forgot her name. I should know her name, but like she's like the least memorable gym leader. Seriously, the first 5 are very memorable, but then like the last 3 are just kind of, for some reason, I don't know why. Especially Wendoya, because like the last 2 are kind of memorable because you have they're twins, and then there's this guy who's just really freaking stylish and all that nonsense. You just can't forget him. You can't forget Wallace. You just can't. So it was not really easy to forget Wallace. So anyway, so that's why I feel like she's the least memorable gym leader of all time, because she's just kind of. I mean, there's nothing really special about her. You know, you don't say hi about her. There's nothing really that stands out about her. Especially since 2 years later, there's another gym leader that's just pretty much a lot like her in many ways, Skyla. I keep getting those 2 mixed up because they both kind of have like skin tight like clothing on. They have very different personalities. Their skin tone's a little different. Their age is different, like 10 years, I think. But like still, I keep getting those 2 confused. Whatever. Late last night, I finally I beat the Team Aqua, and I actually just managed to get to the assignment of the gym. I'm about to face it shortly after this video is over with. Right. Oh, sorry about that. I was doing something. Yeah. So last night was kind of fun. Not really fun. I mean, we stopped at last night I believe we stopped at, actually we stopped at the same place again because around 5:30 or so because we just loved it so much. We stopped there again. And the lady's like, "Hello, we remember you. Are you back again?" And we chat up them with her real quick once again. The people down south are just so nice. And we managed to get back around 1:30, and that's the trip. This is a really long video. I think this actually might be my longest video I ever did. I don't even know if I even want to upload it. But whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed my me talking about my trip. I hope you guys weren't too bored by it. But whatever. Please like, subscribe if you already haven't, which I'm pretty sure you guys have if you're watching this boring video. So anyway, yeah, see you guys next time. I don't really have a good outro. I'm just kind of, oh well, see ya.